Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the PACE University Medical Billing and Coding and Electronic Medical Records Information Session webinar. My name is Stephanie Plowman, and I am the program coordinator of the program. I am also going to be kind of your master of ceremonies here this evening as we learn all about the PACE program. Now, with me tonight is Dr. Michelle Combe, who is one of our online instructors, and I'm going to turn things over to Michelle in just a moment, and also Nicole Vitale, Assistant Director of the Center for Professional Studies at Pace University. Now, before we get started, a couple of housekeeping matters. The first one is to let you know that this system is very, very sensitive, and because of that, everybody's audio is turned off. However, we do welcome your questions, and we are always ready, willing, and able to answer your questions. Please do type them into the questions box on your GoToWebinar toolbar, and those questions will pop up on my screen, and we will read those out loud, and one of us will answer them for you. Now, please do feel free to type in your questions as we are moving through the slides and the material this evening. To the extent that there is a reasonable time to kind of jump in and read that question aloud for an answer, I will of course do so, but absolutely we will be opening up the session to questions once we have completed this evening. So with all of that being said, I am now going to turn the presentation over to Michelle Combe, who is going to share her screen with you, and we will start clicking through the slides. So Michelle, whenever you are ready. And I think we're sharing the screen already, and a lovely picture as well. So here we go.
Oh, hold on just a second. I just need to switch. Wanted to switch my monitor. I had it in full screen on the other side. My goodness. Yes, that is my daughter. So
She's
there's a
beautiful.
reason it's not letting me. Thank you. It's not letting me switch to the other monitor like it did last time. My goodness. There we go. Okay, so you guys should be seeing my monitor now.
Perfect.
Perfect. Sorry about that, everybody.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for taking the time to be here with us this evening to learn about these two incredible programs at Pace University, the Electronic Medical Records Program and the Medical Billing and Coding Certificate Program. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to take a quick look at some of the topics that we will be covering this evening. We will take a look at the employment outlook for medical billing and coding specialists and the average salary statistics. Healthcare as a career sector continues to show growth, and we will take a look at some exciting articles recently found in the news about this. We will also take you through the online classroom so you can see exactly what it looks like, as well as the features that are contained within the program. These features include a wide array of study tools so that you can get the most out of your program. These features are there to help you get the ultimate goal, which is to prepare you to sit for a certification examination. And our study tools are designed to help you maximize your time as well as your study efforts so that you can be prepared for certification. We will also share with you some information on how to register for the program and for finding some financing options. According to the Department of Labor's Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment opportunities are on the rise for health information specialists. Over the next 8 to 10 years or so, the field is expected to grow by 22%. New jobs are being created literally all the time. There's an increased use and actually a government mandate to use electronic medical records. The need for billing and coding specialists is also on the rise. There is continuous growth in the elderly population and more medical treatments and diagnostic procedures being performed. The National Health Career Association outlines the benefits of becoming certified in electronic medical records. Being certified provides more job opportunities, an increased pay scale, and subject matter expertise. Salaries are increasing across the board in healthcare. There are two main professional associations that certify medical billing and coding specialists. One of them is the American Academy of Professional Coders, or AAPC. They conduct an annual survey, and the survey results from the 2015 survey show that it is a very good time to be working on the business side of healthcare. Salary surveys show earning potentials are on the rise, and that the unemployment rate among certified coders continues to go down. This rate is currently at 1.4%. According to AAPC's recent survey, the average salary of an AAPC member last year was almost $51,000. This is an 8.4% increase in just 1 year. Those who work in a hospital inpatient setting experienced a 16.6% increase in salary, and they are averaging over $56,000 per year. Most members of AAPC are working full-time as well, and about 87% of the respondents of the survey are working 40 hours per week or more. The growth of healthcare jobs can be found in the news. A recent article from USA Today tells us to expect healthcare job gains to continue until at least 2022. It states that millions, literally millions, of healthcare jobs will be created between now and then. Baby boomers will be retiring, and that provides more job opportunities for those of us that are still in the workforce. According to The Economist, healthcare jobs are recession-proof. On this graph on your screen, the light blue vertical lines show positive growth from year to year for healthcare jobs, while other industries in the darker blue, those industries fluctuate from year to year, showing periodic losses in job numbers. Boston University states that regardless of economic trends, healthcare is one of this country's strongest growth industries. This growth is a result of needing more healthcare for the growing number of elderly and our country's focus on healthcare. Since you are already here and you may be thinking about making a significant career change, you might be looking to start with a new profession altogether, or maybe you're already in the field and you're looking to change your focus. Let's take a look at what these two professionals have to say about these emerging career fields. And I'll give you guys a few minutes to review these. All right. So we have two different classroom options. We have an online classroom and a ground classroom. The online option, you'll see that on the left side of your screen, and the classroom option you'll see on the right side of your screen. In the online option, we have recorded video lectures from professionals within the field. We have interactive activities, study tools, practice quizzes. You are able to submit your assignments online. We have online tests, and everything is instructor guided. In the classroom option, there will be live lectures with classroom activities. You will have access to the online study tools, practice quizzes. You will submit your assignments online, take your tests online, and then the instructor's availabilities within the class as well as offline. So let's take a look at what the online classroom looks like. You may or may not have experience taking classes online, but either way, you'll find the online classroom easy to navigate. We'll take a walkthrough so you can see the features of the online class and the tools that are available to you to help you learn. When it's time for the program to begin, you will receive an email that provides you with the website to go to as well as your login information. It will also provide you with contact information for the university and your instructor. Once you receive this email, you will be able to log into your classroom, take a look around, and get started. Once you log in, you will be on the course homepage of your classroom. In the center, you will see a description of your program, and in this particular example, it is the Medical Billing and Coding Certificate Program with a CPC concentration. Along the left-hand side, you will have buttons that will help you to navigate throughout your program. When you click on the Modules button, which is directly below the Home button, you will see the majority of the information you will need for your program in the center of your screen. When you click on the very first item in your program, you will be taken, I skipped over something, first item in the program, and I accidentally went to the syllabus instead of the presentation, you'll be taken to your course syllabus. Inside the, or I should say program syllabus, inside the program syllabus you have information about textbooks, materials, grading policy, honor code, as well as a suggested schedule to help keep you on track. One of the next presentations that you will see within the online classroom, regardless of which program you choose or which concentration you choose, will be the e-portfolio. The e-portfolio is basically where students can showcase their accomplishments that they have created throughout their program. Since this program is online, we do call it an e-portfolio versus a portfolio. This is an opportunity for you to collect some of your best work and show it to a potential or current employer to showcase what you have accomplished. It will be something for you to be proud of. There is also a video presentation that walks you through the steps of creating an e-portfolio as well as how to share it. This is also a graded item within both programs. Next, you will have a document that explains in detail how to access student resources for the textbook that is utilized within that module. This study material supplements your program learning and can be a very valuable tool. These instructions are here to help you download or access any of these supplemental materials. Next, you will find some websites that you can review to help you in exploring the particular module topic. This material is considered bonus study support and is here for your benefit. It makes your learning dynamic and allows you to use powerful websites to help enhance your learning. You will find a variety of learning tools within your program. This is just one example. These are interactive tools specific to technology security. Learning these concepts requires some memorization, as well as in some of the other modules that we will look at in just a few slides. So these types of tools are excellent and help you remember that information. So let's take a look at some other tools that we have in our program as well. So this is an example of a medical terminology, test your knowledge. All of our interactive tools do have directions so that you know exactly what you need to do to go through the study tools themselves. These are not graded, and these are here to help you find where you need to focus your studies. This is another one. These are flashcards. Flashcards are one of the best ways to remember a lot of information, such as medical terminology. So we have flashcards in pretty much every single module to help reiterate the information presented. And the last one I have as an example are some anatomy and physiology flashcards. And with these study tools, something that is just absolutely wonderful and very helpful, you can go through these as many times as you would like. So they're very helpful to help you gauge your learning and help you focus those additional studies wherever they're needed. Prior to taking any test, there are practice quizzes available. These are not graded and can be taken as many times as you want. This is how a completed practice quiz looks. You are given an immediate score, and you will see exactly which questions you answered correctly or incorrectly, which again will allow you to know exactly which areas to focus your additional studies. The program has graded deliverables, and they take the form of homework assignments and tests. This is an example of a homework assignment. You will submit your assignments right in the instruction area where it says Submit Assignments. Your instructor will receive the assignment and will grade it and return it to you with feedback all within the classroom. When you are ready, but prior to, or I should say after you have gone through all the study tools and practice quizzes, you will then take the test. They are all auto-graded multiple choice, true-false tests, and you will know how you did as soon as you complete the test. Should you need any assistance at all while navigating the program, there are quick links for technical help, and the frequently asked questions are also very, very helpful. And as always, you can reach out to your instructor at any time for assistance. A common question that we are frequently asked is, what topics do these programs cover? For electronic medical records, your modules will consist of U.S. Healthcare System, American Reinvestment and Recovery Act and HITECH Act, medical terminology, healthcare computing, health information management technology, and electronic medical records software. For medical billing and coding, every participant completes what we call the standard block of modules. The standard block of modules includes medical terminology, anatomy and physiology, disease pathology, diagnostic coding, and then procedural coding. Then depending on the type of certification you would like to prepare for, then you would take a specific add-on module. Your choices of add-on modules include CPC, COC, and CPCP certification preparation through AAPC, and CCA and CCS certification through AHIMA. The on-ground portion includes CPC. Each certifying agency and certification differs in the workplace setting. So I always suggest that you look through, if you're looking for medical billing and coding as the program that's piquing your interest, I always suggest looking through each of those certifications to see which one is right for you. And here are the websites for those, and I'll give you a brief moment to jot those down. There's also a wealth of information on both websites, networking resources, articles. I know AAPC is already gathering their information for the 2016 survey. There's a lot of great information about coding, about billing, about the various certifications, and about the career in general, the field in general. And as I was mentioning earlier, you will be creating an e-portfolio. And this is just such a wonderful way to really showcase your work to a current employer, a future employer. You've got a private link. I know a lot of students like to include their resume on there. They'll include a picture of themselves, a professional portrait of themselves, introduce themselves. They'll include maybe a letter of intent, references, as well as showcase the work that they've been doing within the program. So I always like to reiterate just what an amazing tool this is. Now I will go ahead and hand this off to Nicole.
Paging Nicole. Excuse me. Michelle, would you be able to click to the next slide?
Sure.
So kind. Okay, and we will give Nicole a minute to come back and discuss your financing options as well as registration information. And as we are waiting for Nicole to step back to the presentation, if anyone has any questions, please do feel free to start typing away, and perhaps we can actually start taking some of those questions just in regard to the content and the structure of the program, etc. So if you would like to go
I'm here.
ahead. Oh, excellent. All right.
Yep. Sorry, I had my myself on mute and I didn't realize it, so I was actually talking.
No problem.
I just wanted to briefly go over the financing options and the registration process. So first off, what's your investment in this particular program? So for both the medical billing and coding and electronic medical records, the total cost is $3,995, which includes all materials. And for attending this webinar, you are eligible for a $200 discount, which will bring the cost to $3,795. One of the most common financing options and most popular that students select is our payment plan. And so the payment plan for this particular program is 7 monthly installments. And with the $200 discount, it is $540.14. Now, there are some other financing options as well. We can go to the next slide. So if you do not want to sign up for the payment plan, you can select a private loan, and I do have a list of loan vendors that would provide, that you can look at and see if you can obtain a loan from one of them. If that's something you're interested in, I'd be happy to share. And another option you might want to think about, if you're currently employed and you think that your employer might provide some tuition reimbursement, you'll want to talk to your manager and your HR and see if that is possible for you. And we can go to the next slide. So I believe at the beginning of the webinar we talked about the two different options. We have the online and the in-person. So the in-person, this is new for the medical billing and coding program. We'll be offering it at our downtown New York City campus and our Pleasantville campus, either in the evenings 2 nights a week or on Saturdays. So if you are working full-time, this program will fit into someone who's working a 9-to-5 full-time job. The length of the program will be 26 weeks, and the tuition will be $3,495. That also includes all materials, and those of you who are here can also apply the $200 discount to this program as well. We're currently finalizing the schedule for the spring, but if you'd like to get on the list to be notified of those dates, just go ahead and send me an email. That's nvitali@peace.edu. We can go to the next slide. And now the online option. So that is rolling admission, self-paced, and instructor-guided. As we heard, Dr. Michelle Combs, she is one of the online instructors. So if you are ready to begin immediately and you don't want to come to the in-person, you'll want to select the online option. That is, as soon as you're ready, you can enroll. For the medical billing and coding, it is designed to be completed in 7 months, but you can complete it in, but you have up to 9 months to complete the program. And the electronic medical records program is designed for 5 months completion, but you have up to 7 months to complete the program. And if you are interested in registering, again, you can email me at nvitali@peace.edu. I think we're
Okay.
ready for questions.
I think we are, and we already have a couple questions coming in. So the first one is, do you have a relationship with jobs waiting?
Yes. So it depends on, I'm assuming this is Westchester County, and so yes, you'll want to notify me directly, and I'm assuming you're working with a counselor, so we could definitely work with you on that.
So please do. I will pass along your information to Nicole so she knows who to respond to in regard to this, but if you would like to follow up with her, of course, you can reach out to her at nvitali@pace.edu to discuss further. Also, how much medical terminology is included in the medical record course as opposed to the medical billing and coding?
It is actually the same amount of medical terminology. So it's basically a full boat, like I like to call it. Well, we're going to start from the top down in the human body. Even though an electronic health record specialist may not necessarily need to have all that information, it's great for them to have it in their back pocket for sure.
Okay, any additional questions? We just had those 2 questions, ladies, so let's see if we have any more coming in. I just do want to point out, as we're waiting for more questions to come in, that if anybody has any questions once we log off this evening, because usually the most important question is the one that you remember after we have completed the webinar. But don't fret, we are always available and ready to answer your questions. So if anything comes up after we log off, please do feel free to reach out directly to Nicole at nvitali, N-V-I-T-A-L-E, at pace.edu, and Nicole will be happy to assist you, or pass your email along either to Michelle or myself, who will also be happy to assist you. So ladies, as we're waiting for any final questions to come in, do you have any I guess parting thoughts for the evening or final thoughts for the evening about the program or in general?
As I mentioned earlier, definitely go on to the website. I can also send Nicole a copy of the websites if she doesn't have them handy, so that she could forward those out to you as well. And this way you can get all the information that you need as far as the differences in certification. If you have questions, go ahead and shoot her an email, and she will get in touch with either myself or another instructor, and we are more than happy to help you or help answer any questions about any of the certifying agencies or certifications or the information that's presented in either program as well.
Yeah, and to follow up with that, Stephanie was recording this session, so I'll be sending that email out tomorrow to all the attendees. So if you'd like to go over it, or if you didn't get a chance to jot down my email, you can review the recording and get that information from there.
Okay, oh, here we go. Is the certification exam offered at PACE?
No, it is not.
However, the certification exams, depending on where you live or which certification you're looking for, they're all over the country. There are so many testing sites. AAPC's is still paper pencil, but there are lots of testing sites all over the place, and AHIMA's, their testing sites are done through Pearson, and they are computerized.
Okay, anyone else? Any further questions? Again, as we've been saying, we are available to answer your questions after we log off here this evening. Nicole will be following up tomorrow with the recording of the webinar, which I will get to you in the morning, Nicole. And certainly we appreciate your interest in the PACE program. We appreciate your time attending this information session webinar tonight. And I guess if there are no further questions, we will call it a night. I'll let you all get on with your evening. Ladies, thank you so much as always for your assistance and your wonderful presentations. And for all of you out there in the webinar, we hope to see your names on rosters and your faces either in campus classrooms or online classrooms. So thank you again so much for attending this evening and for your time and attention. And everyone have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you so much, Michelle. And thanks to all of you out there. So have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.